That's so fast.
Tell me.
Well, when you see me doing that. On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. All right, that is all I will torture you with my singing. But me and John are on the road again. Say hi, John.
Hi, John.
We are on our way to Casita. I'm probably saying that right. I'm going to put it on the screen and you can determine the best way to say it. But we are on our way to Casita Hot Springs, which is on the Warm Springs Indian Reservation here in Central Oregon. And I was kind of asking John, where does Eastern Oregon and Central Oregon start? All I can tell you is we are closer to the western part of Oregon, but we are on the other side of Mount Hood. As you can see on my shirt, there is sun shining. We are on the sunnier side of Oregon, the drier side of Oregon. And at home, we left what we're having this weekend is called an atmospheric river. And the weatherman said, imagine a fireman coming to your house and just turning his hose on. And we left the house this morning about 11 o'clock, and that's exactly what it was like. This is a very bumpy road. I'm gonna flip you around because I want you to see this road and this area we're in. So once you leave the main highway, you have about a 21-mile drive into the hot springs. So it's so good to see clear blue sky. What do you think, babe?
I'm pretty excited. We have not been to this hot springs, but I think it's supposed to be pretty neat, pretty cool. And yeah, I just love the way the terrain changes as we're coming off of Mount Hood, and it
changed drastically.
Yeah, and it's so different and so fast, and so it's just fun.
Yeah, so we're very excited. John did a very big run this morning, a 2-hour run, so he's actually really looking forward to sitting in the hot springs, and yeah, so it should be a really good time. I can't wait to show you around. Let's go. Woo! This road is crazy. All right, so here's the map of the hot springs. Going over a bump. Okay, we are staying on site 24, and they're actually letting us check in early. I would not say that's general practice. I think they're just kind of slow today. And we got wristbands to wear, which are right here.
They have a mini golf.
Yeah, which I won't play.
So I don't know. I don't know.
He said we go over the bridge.
Which we did.
Here's the map.
Well. Alright, so we went over the bridge. Now we're going. We're just gonna keep going. Is there hoping there's gonna be something that tells us?
Oh yeah, the campground looks like it's over there. So it looks like this is a lodge also. So right here to the right, you can see lodge rooms. I don't know a lot about them. I'll see if I can find pricing. And it looks like the campground is straight ahead.
big a tower.
What's in there?
Our sewer stuff.
Hmm.
Alright, you want to check the water when I turn it on?
Yeah. So basically what I do is when John turns on the water, go ahead, babe. I make sure that we didn't leave faucets on. And then when he kind of gives me the go ahead, like, okay, it's on, I'll usually check it. But, so I check that. Hello. Bathroom, water isn't dripping from there or there. And then, can I turn it on? We have water. We have water.
Sweet. And nothing's leaking though.
No.
Okay, sweet.
So we have literally, look at my face, like how red. We have literally driven into summer and it's glorious. 72 degrees. We left home. It was pouring. It's supposed to rain all weekend. And here we are, bright sunshine. And it is 72 freaking degrees. Can't believe it. It's so beautiful outside. We almost don't even want to go to the warm spring or to the hot springs yet because it might be too warm, but we're just going to kind of go check it out and see what we can see. John is emerging from the bathroom here.
I'm losing my modesty.
No more modesty. What do you think of this weather?
Oh, it's amazing.
It's so, we drove into summer, totally drove into summer.
Yeah.
John, yeah, we're happy campers.
There we go.
Did you get it?
Yep. What hand do I wear it on? Does it matter?
You have to keep the band on all weekend. Here, will you hold this side of the bag open? Thank you, sir. Okay.
Okay.
And this is nice. They offer you little lounge chairs. Such a cool spot.
Yeah, let's go do it.
Okay, let's go check it out. John's got his, let's see.
Oh, you don't want to walk that way?
Yeah, we will.
Those other people are
Let's
walking
check
that way.
the fit. What do you got? What are you wearing? We're wearing our flamingo shorts.
My favorite bird.
Yep, John's looking pretty tropical with his Quicksilver shirt on. All right, which way are we headed?
This way.
Let's go. What are you waiting for? What's taking you so long? We brought our oven. Show you what we're cooking in it later. Doing just a nice, easy dinner. All right, so there's the setup, our great little Casita and truck. Seriously, the best little setup. We love it.
Yeah.
There's our friends that we're camping with this weekend. Their tent and their cute little trailer, which one time they are gonna let me do a tour of. They have a cute little teardrop. Is it actually a teardrop?
Yeah. We're
Yeah.
in the teardrop shape.
Yep, it's super cute. And these mountain views are just beautiful.
Oh, maybe you were, I don't know, I think we have to walk down that way.
Oh, what were you gonna say? Maybe what?
You were right.
Oh, can you look at the camera and say that?
Carrie was right. This is the story of my life, guys. Carrie was. Oh my God. Right. We might have to walk around.
Probably down this
Like
little
a
path.
cliff.
Look at this view. It's pretty epic.
Yeah, one of these was open, but I thought, man, that would suck. But they actually don't look horrible.
These are nice though. I mean, you can get some like big. There's some big rigs.
Well, and what's nice is like not this one, but like this one here. You still have that whole back. It's kind of just yours.
Yeah. Well, honestly, you're here for the hot springs. There's no privacy.
Yeah. I do want to look. There's supposedly a spot you can get snacks and stuff, so I want to check that out.
What kind of snack are you gonna get?
I don't know. If they have a beer, that's the snack I'm gonna get.
Oh, John's favorite snack is a beer. I'm gonna do my best to show you the hot springs. If there's people in them, obviously I want to respect their privacy. I wouldn't want somebody filming me, even though I film myself. But anyway, if I can get some video of the hot springs, I will definitely show you.
Those are cool teepees. Yeah, and there are people staying there. It looks like it's
Yeah. How fun. Like, especially if you have
like
kids.
You have kids, yeah.
Here's the lodge.
Which might be nice if it's summertime and it's hot.
Yes, because this area does get warm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's October 26th,
Yeah.
and it's warm. Kind of see the scale of how big these are. They have little chairs out in front of them, and I saw solar on some. It's very cool, very fun. This place was really so much fun. Me and John just had a great time. We literally spent the whole afternoon into the evening here, went back to camp, had dinner, and then came back and utilized it until they closed, which was 9 p.m. And there was a total of 4 pools. Well, actually 5. They did have a kiddie pool. One of them being a lazy river that you see there. And that was so fun. That was about 90 degrees. And then their middle pool is about 103. Then they have 105 and 110 degree pool. These tubs that you're going to see right here, they are individual cold plunge pools. John actually did these a few times, and the lowest pool he got in, I believe, was 46 degrees. He was completely invigorated, just had such a great time, and I would highly recommend this place. There was families. I mean, anybody, any age can come and enjoy the hot springs. I'm just so glad we made this trip and explored this area, and it's just a great place. On the walk back, I couldn't resist. I had to pop in to one of these teepees that were empty, and I've never been inside of one before, so this was like a really cool experience to see. Basically, you bring all your own gear. You can actually have a fire in the middle there, with that opening at the top. There was actually people camping. I talked to somebody the next day, and I'm like, "Hey, how was it?" And he was like, "It was actually great, very comfortable." It had rained that night, and it was very cool just to hear the rain. Okay, I have an update. I was able to verify that you can sleep in the teepees. You do have to bring everything, and you can actually have a fire pit in there. That's what that hole is for at the top of the teepee, and have a fire. So yes, you can rent the teepees and sleep in the teepee. I'm just too old to sleep on the ground, even on an air mattress. Fits like
Oh my
a
gosh.
glove.
Like a glove.
Okay, so we got this pizza from Costco. It's
Let you know how it
pre-made.
goes. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll let you know how it is.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah.
We are starving. We have not had lunch and are so glad that this fits. So right now, we're gonna have some grapes and some cheese.
And the crackers.
Yeah, we're gonna get the crackers. And then should we open up the wine?
Yeah, where's the wine now?
Let me go grab it. It's in the trailer. Oh, I have the crackers, hun.
Oh, you got the crackers?
Yeah, they're right here. John got the Townhouse pita. What are my favorite crackers?
Anything but Townhouse, apparently.
No.
Because Carrie told me she hates Townhouse crackers.
Yeah, but what are my favorite crackers? You know my favorite crackers.
Cheez-Its.
No.
Goldfish.
John, Wheat Thins.
Wheat Thins.
If I was on a desert island, I
Oh,
could have one
yes.
cracker.
It would be Wheat Thins.
It would be Wheat Thins. Get it together.
I know. I'm sorry.
You know better. All right, babe.
Oh.
Here it is. Tell me about it. Tell your
Okay.
viewers about why this wine is so important and what it is.
Okay, so number one, we like Gnarly Head.
They're out of California. Is it
they're-
Lodi?
Yeah, they're out of Lodi.
Yeah.
But the other thing is,
So it's a Lodi Zen.
just yesterday, Phil Lesh died, and we're big Grateful Dead fans, and so this is their Grateful Dead actually special blend, limited edition. And
So we're going to toast to a great band and a great life lived.
yeah, we're doing a Grateful Dead weekend.
Yeah. So we actually were listening to a little Dead on the way up here. And if my friend Grateful Ted is watching, go to his channel. He is also a fellow Deadhead. And oh my gosh, my hair. I've been in the hot springs all afternoon. Grateful Ted is also a fellow Deadhead. And I have not yet met him in person. I hope to meet him soon in person. But check out his channel, Dedicated, and I will actually link it on this video for you guys. So we're gonna enjoy a little bit of wine, a little bit of cheese, a little bit of crackers that I don't like while our Costco pizza cooks. And the hot springs are freaking amazing. Oh, we're gonna actually go back. They close at 9 and we're actually gonna go back. It's about 6:30 now. So we're gonna have dinner and then go get a little soaking in before we call it a night.
That cheese is amazing.
I know I've talked about this before. I love Tillamook cheese, and obviously we live local, so Tillamook is very easy to find for us. But if you ever see the Tillamook Reserve Cheddar, get it. I promise you will love it. It's amazing. All right, we're gonna let the wine breathe a minute. John's gonna pour it. I am trying to dig out a
Stay away
grape.
from the chips that you don't like.
So good. We're so hungry. All right. I'll check in a bit. What are you doing?
Well, I'm trying to get
So the adapter from the big propane.
to like the 1 pound propane tank, which for some reason we've never been able to get this thing to work right. But sometimes we can,
John's trying to light our little buddy.
and sometimes we can't.
And yes, there is propane in that tank.
Oh, it's super full.
Yeah, it's totally full. We've like specifically bought it for camping and have just, oh, our light went out. Have not been able to use it because we can't, there's like a disconnect.
So I think I have to get a new adapter. This one's obviously not working.
Yeah. But luckily, it's still warm outside,
Yeah.
which is
And
crazy.
this propane tank has a little bit in it.
Yeah.
So
So I want to tell you about
I don't want to see it.
the hot springs. There is 4 pools. One of them is 90 degrees. The other one is 100 degrees. And then there's one that's 105 and one that's 110. I thought I was like a glutton for just like warm water. Like I love it. Me and John went in the 110 one and I lasted all of 5 minutes. I was like, whew, this is hot. We spent the majority of our time in the 100-degree one. It's really fun. They have a lazy river. I call it the crazy river, but they have a lazy river that was 89, 90 degrees that we floated. It was super fun. I just feel so good and relaxed. This place is great. They were supposed to open a year ago, but we had a pretty severe storm. This is the one that like literally toppled trees and crushed houses that came through last winter. I mean, like crazy wind, like we never see here. And it did a lot of damage to this place. So they were delayed in opening. But yeah, this place is really, really, really cool. So we're just going to enjoy a glass of wine. We're going to have a little bit of dinner in about 3 minutes, and then we're going to head back and float the night away.
All right.
How's it looking?
Big 350. Pretty good. I mean,
Yeah,
I think
it
you
looks
saw it and said,
amazing.
hey, like, let's let it go a little bit longer.
Yeah, let's get it a little bit crispier. We definitely like our pizza crispy. Morning, babe.
Good morning.
What are you doing?
I'm getting ready for coffee. I need coffee. We woke up last night, I don't know, like 3 this morning.
It was 3:54.
And it was raining.
Hard.
It was raining hard. There was wind going. I had to go outside. We were not prepared for the rain, so like our electric oven was outside, and our chairs were out there, and so I had to get out.
Shoes.
I had to get out and get dressed and get stuff kind of put away in the elements. And then I come back to bed, and so this Max fan was running for us, which I love. And, you know, I checked, it looked like there was no, there should be, where's the other, okay. So, I checked to make sure there was, you know, that no water was coming in. and there wasn't. And then I go back to bed, and then 20 minutes later, Carrie's nervous energy woke me up, and she asked me to go and check it again. So I got up and checked it again. Anyway, I haven't slept very much. Although, I slept in way later than I normally do. It's 8 o'clock, guys. So.
Yeah, John's usually up by 4:30. He actually considered staying up when he was doing everything to get everything in the back of the truck, and I said, no, get back in bed.
Glad I did.
Yeah, for sure. So we're going to have a cup of coffee. So I'm still in bed, and John's making coffee, but I am going to get up soon. Our friends that we're camping with, they had it worse than us. They have the little teardrop trailer, and they have a tent set up, like a big tent, and it's more so for like privacy. Their whole tent, they had to like literally take all the walls off of it, lower it. It blew in enough that like their coffee pot got knocked over, so they got it definitely worse than us. And what time were they up doing that? Did they say?
Like 4 o'clock.
Yeah, so that's like when the wind started, and what we did is we like literally dropped into this valley, and we heard yesterday that like it gets super windy here, and it was such a nice day. We were not expecting the rain or the wind, and literally you could hear the wind come. It was just crazy. Like you can hear it literally flying down into the valley.
Yeah, Carrie was worried that the trailer was gonna blow over.
What was I worried about?
You were worried that the trailer was gonna blow over, or maybe not worried, but she asked the question, "Hey, is the trailer gonna be all right? Can it withstand the wind?" I'm like, yeah, it's gonna withstand the wind. But again, I will shout out Max fans. That was amazing. I really, am just so impressed with the way the weather was in, and the fact that we could still vent our air. That was awesome.
Yeah, that's one thing I have to say that I do not like about the Casita is the windows. So in our van, we used to have a window that you could open in the rain. It was like it would, the window would push out, so you could totally have ventilation when it still rained, where the Casita windows you just slide open. And then we had like a Smart Max fan and in the van, and it would rain and it would like shut itself, but the Casita doesn't do that. So I was just worried, that I just didn't want water on the floor basically, but it was all good. So the Casita, I wouldn't want to be in it in like a major storm because I don't know, I'm just a weirdo like that. But yeah, it was all good. That's our view outside our window. It's very pretty here. Very different terrain than what we're used to. But yeah, it's definitely the leftover of a stormy sky. Morning, I've made it out of bed. I am officially out of bed. Making a cup of coffee. Looking fabulous. But making a cup of coffee. A little cooler today for sure. Yesterday we just couldn't beat yesterday's weather. So I'm gonna get my shoes on. I'm gonna go take a little walk outside with my coffee. Go check in on our friends. I think they had a rougher night for sure than we did, and I'll show you around a little bit. So here's a view right from outside of our camper.
There's a little trail that goes up that hill that I might have to explore later today. Yep, things definitely got wet. Coffee. So we were site 24. These are definitely pull-through sites, which are so nice. We've had electric and water and sewer. John says we have sewer. I'll have to confirm that with him.
Catch up.
We have sewer at our site, right?
Yeah. It just didn't see that little green thing. I think it's in like that. Should we walk that trail?
That's what I'm thinking.
Don't worry when you walk over this. There's no building codes out here, remember?
Jeez. And I think it's a little too cold for snakes right now. What do you think?
I hope, but I don't know.
We're gonna look and listen.
They have this though for like being such a more of a parking space for your campground.
Yeah.
It's a really pretty area. This is neat.
So there's the campground. It is a very pretty area.
If they had half the camping sites, it'd be picturesque probably. But
yeah.
I understand they also need. I'm trying to walk, not breathe too hard, and drink my coffee. So apologies.
We're relatable, right?
Yeah. Apologies if this isn't perfect, but it doesn't show how steep this is. This is actually pretty steep.
What kind of incline would you say this is?
I don't know. It's probably, I mean, like once we get to here, it's probably going to be like a 30% incline.
Show her how I'm doing this. Show me. Look, I'm in my Birkenstocks.
Oh, yeah. But you can see we're climbing over the campground, you know, quite fast. So it is a good incline. It's a short hike. Somebody let their dog poop, it looks like. But it's
no, there's wild dogs here.
I think that's wild dogs. You'd see more hair in their poop. Are your Birks even staying on? Like my shoes are trying to fall off.
Yeah, my shoes are definitely trying to slide. Take my shoes off. Don't ever climb a.
Whoa.
Don't climb a mountain in Birkenstocks. But at least the dirt's soft. What is this, clay?
It's got to be something. Yeah.
Just grounding.
All right, I'm flipping around. Ugh.
It fell.
Ugh. All right, I'm gonna stop filming for a little bit as we continue this climb. All right, we made it to the top.
Bare feet and all.
There's the campground down there. I don't know if you can see it, but right down there is also the Warm Springs River. There's Carrie waving to the world.
Waving.
She's hoping Mike and Otter sees us, I think.
I did that barefoot.
But yeah, and look at the sky. That is just,
Yeah.
this was a good time to hike. It's supposed to rain in a little bit here. And then off in the distance that way, looks like an apartment complex and then something else that's being built that looks big. I don't know if it's a new resort, an apartment complex, or even a casino. Remember, we're on a reservation that already has at least one casino on it. So yeah, here we are. Pretty cool.
So when you get to this side of Oregon, central and eastern Oregon, you run into the juniper trees and they're everywhere. There's actually juniper forests. And I think these trees are so pretty. And on this one, you can definitely see the berries still. But yeah, me and John have always really enjoyed the juniper trees when we get to this side of Oregon.
Yeah, when you get into the high desert in Oregon, there's tends to be a lot of junipers, and
yeah,
we had never known you could burn junipers, but we have actually a video that shows the fire. But we bought a bundle of firewood when we were in the desert,
the Alvord Desert.
The Alvord Desert, and it was juniper. And I got to tell you, like, I really feel like the color of the flame was different. I don't know if it was just hotter or less. It was just different. It was
I'll see if I can link that video. I got to figure out how to do that.
It was a really pretty fire.
Yeah, but yeah, that's
these
our
trees are amazing.
That's our video on the Alvord Desert. You can check that out. That fire that we have actually on the playa is juniper wood, and it was just absolutely beautiful. So anyway, we just always love coming to this part of Oregon and seeing the juniper trees. They just thrive here. So thought we'd share that with you. We're gonna head back down. Look at how steep this is.
Yeah, no video on the way down.
No video on the way down.
Fall, I'm gonna break a
well,
camera this
yeah,
time.
John already fell.
Yeah, falling down's harder on the body than falling uphill.
I am in stupid Birkenstocks. This is not stupid. I love my Birks, but this is not hill descending or ascending attire for sure. So I did it barefoot on the way up. So we're going to turn the camera off so we can safely get off this hill down into the campgrounds because we're going to go soak for the morning. See you at the bottom. Well, it was a very short but fun weekend. We only stayed a night at the hot springs, and because it's really kind of all the time we had, but we did it and we're so stoked that we did. Such a cool experience, such a cool property. The campground, you definitely don't go to enjoy the campground. It's very nice. We had full hookups. You were there to enjoy the hot springs, and we can't wait to go back, but I don't think this place would be enjoyable in the summer. It gets very hot in this area, and when it's 100 degrees outside, I'm not really looking to be in 100-degree water. So tell them what you were talking to the bartender about yesterday.
Oh, I was talking to, so we got there and I was talking to the bartender, and it was warm when we got there. And when I say warm, it was only like low 70s.
It was 72.
But there was no wind, it was full sun, and we've been in cool weather for a while, so it felt really, really warm. And
really warm.
Yeah, I was talking to the bartender about just the heat and everything, and he was telling me that, it gets really, really hot in the summertime. And they're just in this valley that's kind of protected from the wind and stuff. And he goes,
but it does get super windy though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he goes, it gets really cold in the wintertime. And I said something like, well, that's got to be nice when it gets really cold because, you have the hot springs here. And
you can jump in and warm up.
Yeah, reprieve from the hot temperatures of summer. And he goes, no, I like the heat. I want it to be hot. And so I think if you're somebody like that, probably using these hot springs in the summertime would be great.
Totally. If that's like your preference, for sure.
For me, probably these hot springs are only
fall, spring, and winter.
Yeah.
And they do get snow out here, but they have a lodge, so if you didn't want to drive your trailer, I'm weird about driving the trailer in the snow. John's like, as long as the truck has chains. I don't know. Do you drive your trailer in the snow?
Carrie's weird about driving in the snow, period.
I didn't grow up in the snow. I don't like the snow. I like to look at the snow from a distance. I don't
inside the lodge.
Yeah, I don't like to be in it. I'm not a skier, I'm not a snowboarder, I'm not even a tuber. I don't like the snow. But a lot of people do, and that's totally fine. So I think the hot springs would be magical in the snow. But so anyway, this is a great property. I'm so glad you guys joined us for our short little trip to the hot springs. It was so fun. Had an eventful night of weather. Casita handled it beautifully. You can see her right back there following us. I just love her. We hadn't been camping for a few weeks, and I got inside and was just like, oh, it's so good to see you.
Yeah,
so I love our little trailer. Anyway, guys, we're gonna end it here. We're heading back home and getting ready for the week ahead. So wherever you are, whatever day that is you're watching this, that I hope you have a really good week. Thanks for joining. Watch for new videos to come out in the near future. We have some good plans this winter. I'd always appreciate it if you comment, like this video, or subscribe. Consider subscribing. I'd love to have you a part of the community.
Should we tell them why we only spent one night?
Well, I don't know. What are you gonna
Well,
say?
I had work to do Friday night.
Oh, he did have work to do Friday night. What'd you do Friday night?
Well, Friday night, so we had the smell in our garage for a few days.
Yeah.
And it started getting into the house a little bit, and it was in this one corner. I'm interested. I think it's started going away. Carrie thinks it hasn't, so it'll be interesting when we get back home. But I thought maybe there was a little critter that got into our crawl space and passed away. And so I hate crawl spaces. We have a crawl space that's like only, I don't know, it's super short. And so I got some kind of rain suit and I duct taped everywhere that it had openings, afraid of stuff down there, and I put a respirator on, and I went under the house to
It wasn't even duct tape, it was Gorilla Tape.
Gorilla duct tape.
Like, we had to cut John out of
So anyway, I went down underneath the house to try to look for this thing. I couldn't find anything. I did find some like mouse droppings or something, but they looked old, or at least they were dusty. I don't know. It was, if you have any ideas about, how to get that kind of smell out of your house, I think we're gonna have to start looking in a wall maybe or something, but it's gross, and we're doing what we can do.
We just try and keep it relatable, guys. I know that everybody's, I'm sure, been through this at one time or another, but yeah, we couldn't get away Friday night. Our friends came up Friday night, and it was actually our anniversary a couple days ago, and we kind of wanted to do something. We did go out to dinner, but wanted to do something also, and so it was nice to just be able to get away for a day. So typically when we camp, we at least do a minimum of 2 nights. We just couldn't do it this week. But
it was pretty great. It was actually, we met some people that live in our area that came up to these hot springs for the day.
Yeah.
It's like a 2.5 hour drive, so that's like a 5-hour
round trip
for one day. And I was lamenting the fact that we were doing it over only one night.
Yeah.
And so we could use the hot springs 2 days. So it made me feel better, and it kind of just reminded me it's okay. Look, the drive's okay also. Enjoy the drive, enjoy the journey.
We're real people. We just do it when we can, and I wish I had all the time in the world. I just don't. We don't. So, the one night was great. I'm glad we did it. I encourage you to get out and do something if you can. Life is too short to sit at home every weekend, for sure. Even though some weekends it's so nice just to have a down weekend. So, but anyway, this was not that weekend. We are heading back home, and we will catch you on the next video. Thanks for joining. Peace and love, guys. Peace and love.